And Amazon's adaptation of The Wheel of Time is live on Prime Video. There go all my weekends for the rest of the year. Editing's a bitch. So I've been thinking a lot about the type of content I want to create in order to cover the series. Reactions, reviews, non-book reader reviews. But whilst watching episode 1 this morning, it suddenly hit me, or rather it hit the screen of my tablet that I was watching it on. You'll get that joke in a second. I have always been a huge advocate for change when it comes to the TV show. I love the books, but they're not going anywhere. I can experience Robert Jordan's version of the story whenever I want. But as they say, variety is the spice of life. And was it just me, or was episode 1 kind of spicy? So this video is going to be all about the changes, or rather the top tea-spitting moments from episode 1 of The Wheel of Time. Did you get the joke now? Got my trusty dusty wheel mug here ready? So let's get into it.
Old time's sake,
Come on, we're talking.
About what? You're married. Your life's over.
I'm sorry, excuse me? I did not see that one coming. Not only is Perrin married in the TV show, but there are some strong hints that there's an even younger Bull along the way. We were told ahead of time that the characters were going to be older than their book counterparts, but I wasn't expecting their relationship statuses to be more mature as well. I'm in two minds about this change. On the one hand, it does give Perrin his own unique family dynamic compared to the other protagonists, but I did have a very strong idea of where this new development was heading right off the bat, but we'll get back to that later.
I'm thinking about something that I need.
Ayo, speaking of more adult relationships, TV show Rand is definitely a lot smoother than book Rand. We already guessed from the trailers that Rand and Egwene's relationship was going to be far more developed in the TV show, but I wasn't expecting it to be this developed. But hey, if your parents are clearly okay with it, then why not spend every minute you can cleaning those dirty, filthy dishes? Their amplified relationship also adds more drama to Egwene's decision to become a wisdom, which apparently means you can't get married or have a family. Can someone comment down below if that's the case in the books, because I don't remember the job coming with those conditions. Both actors do a great job of making this young romance drama totally believable and engaging. Rand knowing Egwene's decision before she even tells him is a nice touch that really adds to the feeling that these two have grown up together, really know one another, and want what's best for each other. Really wasn't expecting to ship these two, but here we are. On a related note, I would just like to say how fantastic the cast is. Not only is each actor bringing their character to life, but the relationships and conversations between characters feels genuinely authentic. The saddest part about episode 1 for me is just how much Barney Harris is killing it as Matt. Not quite a tea-spitting change, but I really do love the way they've developed Matt's family dynamic in the TV show. His impoverished circumstances, adulterous dad, possible alcoholic mother, and devotion to his sisters really had me empathizing with the character straight away. Matt stealing a bracelet did have me a little concerned for his character, but when you find out it's only to get money to buy his sister's lanterns for the festival, well, all is understandable if not forgiven.
It could be warmer.
I'm impressed they have this at all.
It could be warmer.
This is a disaster. Can we please get hashtag faith in Rafe rewarded trending on Twitter, because this scene is a perfect example of visual storytelling. It couldn't do a better job of presenting the intimate relationship between Moiraine and Lan with so few words spoken. Their bond is not sexual, it is something much, much more, and the heating of the water was a nice bit of foreshadowing for Moraine's magic that comes into play later on. Speaking of... Oh, my poor carpet. And poor Tom. I think his name was Tom. But what a brilliant way to kickstart the Battle of Winternight. We never got to see the first Trolloc invasion of Emond's Field in the books, but judging by the aftermath awaiting Rand and Tam, they really ramped up the death and destruction in the TV show. I'll admit I'm not totally sold by the portrayal of magic in the TV show yet. I'd be interested to hear everyone else's thoughts, because to me it just felt a little slow, a little delayed. The time it takes Moiraine to conjure her weaves seemed a tad impractical to me. I'm hoping that this is only because it's the first time we're seeing the magic and episode 1 is just milking the special effects. What I really loved about the action sequence was how well paced it was. Everyone having their own person to protect, Rand and his dad, Perrin and his wife, Matt and his sisters, made sure nobody was left out. It was also great to see important character beats in amongst the violence, like Nynaeve's reaction to failing to heal someone. Shout out to the women of Emond's Field and that totally incredible Trolloc takedown. Well, I look forward to seeing how Nynaeve is going to badass her way out of this one, because she will. Okay, so as soon as I found out Perrin was married, I was willing to bet his wife wouldn't be making it to the end of the episode. What I wasn't expecting was that it was going to be Perrin himself who accidentally killed her. How do you take the character with the saddest family backstory in the Wheel of Time and make it even sadder? God, he's really gonna have a complex with that axe now. Truly heartbreaking, and I'm really intrigued to see how this affects Perrin's character for the rest of the series. Right, well, that's my floor and jeans totally soaked, so I hope you enjoyed this top tea spitting moments from episode 1 of Amazon's adaptation of The Wheel of Time. Overall, I'm really happy with the changes they made. I loved the first episode. I felt like it stayed true to the story and characters whilst ramping up the pacing and expanding the relationships of our protagonists. But what I'd really love to know is what you think. Were there any shocks I missed in this video? Any changes of note? Besides the obvious lack of thatch on the roofs. I suppose that would have made an even bigger fire. So please let me know in a comment down below. And if you'd like to see my coverage of episode 2, plus my non-book reader review of the first 3 episodes, then please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all next time. Jesus, look at this. Look at this. This isn't gonna dry in this freezing room. I'm gonna have to have the radiators on tonight, Luke.